Oops. Welcome back, Alex Jones. Welcome back to X. It's been a while. It's been since 2018. He was kicked off, or whatever he was. Um, and yeah, finally, Elon Musk has let him back, which, I'm a free speech absolutist, so I'm glad he's back. I like him personally, but, I know a lot of people don't. I know he's controversial, and I get that because he says some pretty, he says some weird stuff, and the way he says stuff is weird. So, I'm not even on board with him all the time. But um, again, I'm glad he's on. I'm going to read this article. This is NPR, so don't expect much. This is, there, you'll see. So, Elon Musk allows controversial conspiracy theorist Alex Jones back on X. I love how they just right away they frame it controversial conspiracy theorist. Whatever. Okay. Elon Musk, owner of X, on Saturday announced his decision to allow Alex Jones back on the platform. Jones generated controversies for spreading false, wild conspiracies claiming that a New World Order was sacrificing children on a California compound, that the U.S. government had weather weapons that triggered catastrophes like major floods, and that FBI Director Robert Mueller was a demon. Yeah, that's an opinion that probably a lot of people share. Shortly after being formally reinstated to X, Jones and Musk joined Vivek Ramaswamy, Laura Loomer, a self-described proud Islamophobe who has been banned from some platforms, and others in a live chat on Sunday. I love how they just frame all the negative. I'm telling you, they want us silenced for what we said Jones. Conversation covered a series of, at times, confusing topics, including the deep state and threats that the participants perceived to masculinity. Allowing Jones back on X is a reversal of Musk's 2022 statement that the ban on Jones would not be lifted. Yeah, he said that, but I like that about Musk. I like that he'll say something and then he'll reconsider. Anybody who's super rigid on stuff like that, it just kind of irritates me. But he's more of a left centrist, so that's you can expect him to be a little bit more reasonable. On Saturday, Musk took a poll on X and, based on the results, decided to reinstate Jones's account. Previous to the poll, Jones's last post on the platform was September 6th, 2018. Yeah, so over 5 years ago. So it looks like he got 70.1% of almost 2 million votes. It's pretty good. So I'm glad to see that 1.4 million people want him back on the platform. And I share that sentiment. I'm glad he's there. It's unknown how advertisers who've been pulling ads from X over Musk's endorsement of anti-Semitic comments will respond to Jones's return. Musk raised eyebrows when he appeared on stage at the Deal Book Summit in New York in November and leveled profanities at companies who pulled ads from X. Muslims, immigrants, and the LGBTQ plus community are common targets for Jones, but what finally landed him in major legal trouble was claiming falsely that the 2012 Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting in Newton, Connecticut was an inside job and a government operation. He also claimed again falsely that no one had died in the shooting, which left 26 people unalived. Oh, that's a word. Didn't say that in the article, but apparently that's the way you have to say it on YouTube. 20 of them being children, and that everyone speaking from the event was a crisis actor. The families of those who were unalived in the Sandy Hook school shooting sued Jones in Texas and in Connecticut in 2018, saying that they'd suffered emotional pain and received death threats as a result of Jones' false claims that they were crisis actors and that the tragedy was staged. It's funny how they can claim. Listen, sure, I agree with all that. I agree with the fact that he shouldn't have said all that, and that was stupid. And he even admits he shouldn't have said it. But it's funny how other people can say things and post things like this and articles and opinions and all that about Alex Jones or someone like Alex Jones, and people that disagree with him, say on the left, would, I'm sure they threaten him. I'm sure he gets lots of death threats. That's okay. But if he says something on the right that maybe garners death threats for someone on the opposite side, and again, I'm not really saying the people from the Sandy Hook uh, thing, because that's a different thing altogether. That was a non-political thing. I would think that was just something he was saying. But if he were to say something about someone on the left and then they were to get death threats or like that, then he's going to be held accountable for those words. Like, words are words. Like, it just, we need to relax. Somebody can say stupid things, call it stupid, and we should all just move on. The families won a total of nearly 1.5 billion in compensatory punitive damages, prompting Jones to file for bankruptcy. He has yet to pay damages to the families. Jones has since admitted that the Sandy Hook shooting did indeed happen. So, okay. The lawyer for the Sandy Jones people posted this on X. Says, folks have asked me about Elon Musk letting Alex Jones back on X. Here's what will happen. Jones is a con artist, so he will target the innocent. He'll tell his audience to fear them. Once his audience is scared, he'll squeeze them for money. Everybody suffers except Jones. Thanks, Elon. Okay, buddy. Yeah, that sounds like what lawyers do, but it's weird. It's funny. It's kind of like the pot calling the kettle black there, Mr. Matei. I mean, just because you're taking the righteous position of the fact that you defended people that were in the right in that instance, uh, I'm sure most of your clientele is and what you're doing with your clientele is a little sketch. So Musk has reinstated several banned or suspended accounts since purchasing Twitter, including ones belonging to former President Donald Trump and social media personality Andrew Tate, who was indicted earlier this year on human trafficking and rape charges in Romania. It's funny how they drop that nugget at the end of the article. Again, yeah, like I said, it's NPR, so like what do we expect? It's gonna be a rough article altogether. But good news, like I said, he's back. So look for Alex Jones and some of his, funny and weird stuff on X, and all that kind of stuff just adds flavor, whether you like him or not. I think certain people that have a good sense of humor, or can take from all sides, will look at it and be like, man, you know what? That's good. I'm glad he's there.